Welcome, this is a disclaimer. Today we may ruin your mood with certain spoilers from certain shows. We will most definitely use foul language, and probably refer to you all as faggots at one point or another. Please do not take offense at this, because, honestly, we don't really care.
Hello and welcome to the Senpai PP Fantasia Podcast.
Yes! It was coming! Damn it!
What?
Fantasia's the best, man. Why did we not do this shit
I
sooner?
don't know. I don't know what you're thinking of, but I'm thinking of something completely different.
I don't care. Both are good.
Sure.
Do you not remember
I'll
Fantasia?
explain the name after I address the fact that I am Jordan, owner of Senpai.co.uk, and joining me today is... Who did we say you are again? The Dark Flame...
The Dark Flame Master.
No, it's
Welcome. I am the Dark Flame Master.
He's Dave.
I've been watching Shunibyo too much. Sorry. Hi.
And or as John would call it, Chunibuyo.
Oh, wow.
Because he's a fucking idiot.
He's a fucking moron. I'm
I was
surprised he
like,
doesn't
okay,
like...
John, call it Chuni if you're really... And he's like, no, I'm going to call it Chunibuyo. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Wow.
Even Dave pronounces it right. And
That
means you're fucking up. It's
I know.
Literally a miracle.
Well, by the way, welcome guys to episode 21 of the Senpai PP podcast. The Fantasia podcast, as Jordan was quite rightly pointing out. Best Fantasia is just best.
Okay, what do you mean when you say Fantasia? Because...
Fantasia from my childhood. Do you not remember Fantasia with a big fluffy ass dog that looks like a dragon and flies?
No.
Oh my days, go and watch it. It's like the Goonies but a million times better. But yes,
What's
hi
the
people,
Goonies?
I'm Dave, also known as the Dark Flame Master. So welcome to episode 21. Hope you enjoy our show again. For those of you that are new to listening, then please do me a favour, go listen to the first 19, 20 fucking episodes.
20, actually.
Wow, yeah.
22 if you really want to count.
Or just skip
everything.
forward till about episode 12 and watch and listen from there. Because
Why 12 specifically?
Because my mic was terrible for the first 12 episodes.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So yeah, we've come a long way. We've finally got to the point where we can classify ourselves as friends.
Are you sure?
No, because I missed out on Shiryu, so our friendship died that evening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it never existed, it didn't die. So.
Wow. Wow.
You're the one who said we can
Dude.
now.
Dude,
You're the one. Nope, you said it before I did.
I have.
Thank you very much.
I have feels.
No, you don't.
Dude, I feels. I'm gonna cry. I'm not really gonna cry. I'm not a big baby. So today, on today's agenda,
we have a lot to go through, considering all that we've missed.
We do. So it will be weekly updates, anime online. It's a weekly deal, as per normal. I haven't even looked. I haven't even looked yet.
I have. Don't look yet because, yeah.
Will I get too excited?
I've looked, and it's a show I really like, but I'm torn. I could get it, but at the same time, it was. I think we ran into the issue before where it's like a show I really liked, but it didn't have a dub, and I'm really sort of picky about.
Does this not have a dub?
Shows that don't. No, it does. It's a show that in America has a dub, but the release over here does not.
So this is just going to be a non-dubbed DVD.
Yeah, it's a show I really like, and it has a dub in America because they re-released it with a dub.
Oh, okay.
And then, but yeah, I would totally get it if it had the dub, hands down, just no questions asked. But I'm really torn because as much as I love the show, it's right.
Well, we'll stay off that until we hit that topic.
Yeah.
And then I suppose after the anime weekly update, we will have our normal little pick at some shows and some other bits and pieces.
Well, you say that, but
we always do. And
it's we can't really do a featured anime again.
No, don't worry. That's my fault. Work stuff. Yeah. So.
Totes.
I know. I can't watch movies half and half. I can't do it. If I start watching a movie at midnight,
I find it funny because I picked that one specifically because it should have been the easiest.
How long?
This is literally
actually is it?
This is as
like
short as I could go.
20 minutes.
Yeah, it should in total it should take you about 3 hours tops.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. Not without over the weekend. I promise I will do it tomorrow morning. This is a fact.
Okay.
Because I'm going to watch Jurassic Park at 2:00 tomorrow.
Jurassic World.
I don't care. He's got fucking velociraptors that are like his bitches. This film's bound to be sick.
It's like I always get the trailer. I'm like I'm not big on movies, so I've never even seen the original Jurassic Park
movies.
Yeah, but it's like
Persona.
I obviously have my exceptions. Like I like Iron Man, and that's about it in terms of that. And then like I like the Edgar Wright movies because it's funny as fuck. But that's about it. So we'll move on to weekly updates since we have a lot to cover. Do you want to go first while you're so far away from the microphone?
It's because I just realised that my laptop's at 50% battery and I never actually plugged my laptop in.
Well,
I know.
I mean, on one hand, it's good that we didn't do one last week because I did have a cold. So
yeah, and we've already had one
of
poorly podcast. So we can't really keep pulling them out of our hat.
I know.
That's just bad.
One thing I'll explain really quickly, though. The reason why it is the Fantasia podcast is because there's Tales of Fantasia, which is a game I haven't even played. But there's some Tales news that came out. And I can't really say the Tales of podcast because that's a T, not a P. So I had to cheat.
That makes sense.
It's a workaround, but... Yeah. So, do you want to start with your weekly update? Since
mine's fairly substantial-ish. So, do you want to
weekly update? I mean, so's mine. It's been 2 weeks. That's
that's true. All right then. Well, I'll rock up and I'll see if I can do this reasonably quickly, which probably won't happen. So let's give it a 10-minute run. So weekly update wise, new figures arrived. I was well excited. All my stuff turned up. I got back from work and I was like, boxes of stuff. And then I got, because I got back fairly early-ish Friday, the post office was still open, so I had a thing that I had to go pick up. So and bearing in mind, this was tried to deliver like the last week, and I couldn't, didn't have time to go and pick it up. So I went down there, and it's like this massive box. I'm thinking, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't remember ordering anything like from the UK. I was fairly certain like everything had turned up, but no, it was actually my Akane figure from Vivid Red. And
right.
I tell you what, oh my days, fucking for £12.50, well worth it. Like, literally, still sealed. Still sealed. I really didn't want to open it, but I was like, fuck this, I want to get this bitch out.
Again, the problems I'm gonna have.
Yeah, what, with your altar figure?
Yeah.
I know the feeling, like, because... Like,
I mean, that said, it's not going to be open for a while because I want to get a display case before then. But that said, I also might be getting a display case soon, but I'll go more into that later.
So I had my Akane figure turn up, and I'll tell you what, aquamarine stuff is actually really nice. The detailing and the paintwork is amazing.
Figures also aquamarine. They are pretty good.
The only downside to aquamarine I found is sometimes the character sculpting is really accurate. Like Akane's face is literally spot on, but when they done Laura's, it's terrible. I don't know why. It could be just the face painter or the sculptor. I'm not sure.
Oh wait, which one is that? The one that I said was really weird.
Yeah.
Okay, because the other person collecting Laura figures actually pointed out that, at least according to him, it is based off of the light novel character design.
Oh right, okay, and rather than the anime.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Which does make sense.
Yeah, I can run with that. That's cool. So that
I still don't personally like him.
No. I think it's because I watched the anime before the light novel, so
even then, I'm just in general not a fan of the iteration of her design there.
No, she doesn't look
same
like
with Charlotte.
her.
Even then, just in general, I'm not really a huge fan. No. It might be for that reason, but
hey, no, that's here nor there though, I suppose. I had my Silica figure turn up. Fuck yes, been waiting for it for ages.
Oh fuck yeah!
It is really really tidy.
Yeah, I saw you got that. I didn't know it was released. I didn't know it was already.
Yeah, released.
It's
end
weird
of last month.
because it's like one of those. Because the thing is, that is one of the figures that you said you would order when we started the podcast, and that's why it's like really weird because figures take so long to come out. It's like,
So
it's like time is a thing.
That's it. I mean, you can see how far ago I pre-ordered.
I mean, that said, it's been 9 months since we started.
Yeah, it's scary, really, isn't it?
I know.
When you think about it.
It's like our con will almost be the anniversary, essentially.
Oh my god, Senpai Podcast anniversary.
Except it won't, because it'll be a little bit before, but fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
We'll actually spend one evening and actually celebrate and get drunk.
No, okay, that'll be the melon party. That'll be the reason for the melon party. You still have to bring a watermelon from your residence.
I will. I'm gonna bring a couple. I'm gonna make
even James.
I'm gonna make us watermelon, vodka jelly and shit.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna say I'm gonna make watermelon sculptures.
Oh my days, that actually is not a bad idea. I will try.
Oh, I mean, like, the hopes of what we can do is, like, what I would like to do, worst case scenario, if you're coming back here after Alcon, is...
hang on, whoa, I like the fact that you start that with, worst case scenario if you're coming back after.
No, because what I mean is, like I said before, we should totally try and do some of the recipes from Shokugeki.
Ah, yes.
And that's what I mean, like, worst case scenario, if we can't do it at Alcon, we'll do it when we come back here rather than the day before, because...
Yeah.
So, like, do that. So, like, if you do come back, because I'm not sure if you were planning to or not, and staying the day, like, until the next day to go back.
It kind of depends. The good news is I'm actually off work from, because, you know, the Alcons on the... Third. Yeah, I'm actually off work now from the... from the 29th of August. I'm off work because I'm not working the Saturday, the Sunday, the Monday's a bank holiday, so I'm not working that. I've put a Lou Day in on Tuesday, so I'm off Tuesday, which means I've got then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. So I've got like 2 weeks off.
Huh.
Yeah. So if depending on how I feel, I may come up not a day earlier, but a day earlier than I had planned. So we can actually like proper hang out for a day and just dick about and not be like, oh man, we got to go to bed early because we got to drive to fucking Leicester, and you know, we can actually have a bit of prepping. You know, we can fucking work on.
I was going to say I don't think there are any objections on my end to that. So
yeah, all right, cool. Well, you know, check with your mum and shit. If she's cool with it, then
no, she's fine. Usually, she typically doesn't mind.
Happy days. She may want to slap me though, because all those times.
All those. You'll just be all like hello, and then the second you put your foot in the door, just slap and you fall over.
Yeah,
and then you cry.
You know, in Chunibyo, he smacks Rika when she does something stupid. Your mum's going to do that to me. Just literally like punch me around the face.
Little chop.
Yeah. So anyway, continuing with the weekly update, as opposed to us having a little mission talk. The silica figure was done by Funny Nights, and I've never bought anything off of them, and I was always a tiny bit dubious as to what the quality would have been like. But I can genuinely say I will happily pay 10,000 yen for more. They are really, and this is an honest opinion, they are very, very, very close to Alter, if not the same level as Alter, because the silica figure is really, it's really nice. The detailing on it is really, really fine. The face is great, and Pina's made out of this really. It feels really brittle, very light plastic, but it because of all of her spines and such, she's like, and the feathers and that, it works out perfectly because it just gives it that matte effect. I don't know what it's made out of, but it feels like it's very light, very, very light plastic. So it's like kind of like a weird sort of fiberglass resin type stuff, but I'm not.
Yeah, which to be fair, it probably does need to be because of how it's like structured.
Yeah, because she's literally a separate piece. She just sits in Silica's hand, so you know, obviously not to put any weight in the model and eventually have the plastic, because it will. You know, have the plastic arm start bending. It's just really nice. It's a nice figure. And then I had my other figure turn up, which was the closed clock one, Sayumi, from Inu Battle. I was a bit confused as to how she went on the stand at first, because the clock being at a weird angle just like threw me off for a few seconds. I'm like, what's going on here? And then I kind of realised, because she sort of perches against the clock, and it took me a while to kind of like figure out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It was one of those. It was one of those days.
Oh well.
And then I had my 2 deck boxes arrive, which was the Fate's Day Night one and the Mother's Rosario one from Sword Art Online. Speaking of which, I liked it that much that I bought 2 more. So yeah, going back to what I was mentioning earlier, you know, I said like when I got home from the first 2 weeks, the first thing I did was sort of like log into Army and just see what was about. I kind of went a bit silly. Basically, like this month's order originally was about 6,000-7,000, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Last month's order was like 15,000, so I was like, I'll have a nice quiet month. You know, I'll still have me Nendoroid and me card sleeves and such. And then I got back, and then I just sort of went on a bit of a spree. I ended up getting like I said earlier, I got the Duo Mugen no Fafnir. Basically, is it unlimited or ultimate? I can never remember. Either way, it's Mitsuki Scarf Towel to go with my Enju and my Miyuki one. Yeah. And then I found, obviously, the Magical Girl Lyrical Nanoha movie deck holder boxes, and also the collection, like the storage box. And I to be fair, I need more storage boxes because I don't want to open the other Ilya one I've got. I want to keep that sealed if possible. So I ordered like one of each of those, and then I was like, I really like the Sword Art collection boxes. And then I found out they still had in stock the Mother's Rosario collection box. So I ordered 2 of those. Obviously one to keep in its packaging, and then one to actually use as a deck box, because I seem to be slowly increasing shit.
Deck box, or is it like a...
No, the actual the box that holds deck boxes.
No, yeah. That's what I thought, but you said deck box the second time, so I was like... Oh.
Yeah, I know. I always get myself confused with
the only issue I have with those is that they are like pretty much just cardboard.
They are, but they're really nice.
There's no problem with it at all. It's just like, that's the only sort of thing that's like...
Yeah, I suppose if you use them a lot, they get worn out, but just take care of it.
Well, I mean, it's more. I mean, mine. I just don't open and close mine, so it should be fine. But
and then obviously I saw the Hestia figure and immediately ordered that.
It went
7,000 yen.
It was sold out. It was sold out for a second.
Is it still sold out now? I'll just have a look.
No, as in like
it's pre-orders are closed.
What now?
Yep.
Yeah, it might come back because it did before.
Yeah, so
because that happened like the day after it was up, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well,
and then I was like, now I can't make Damien buy one. And then it came back and was like, welp. It's back on now, Damien.
Luckily...
You're going to pre-order one of these, aren't you, Damien? You're going to get one?
Well, luckily, I managed to pre-order it the other night, or last night, rather.
I pre-ordered it the day it came up.
For 7,600 yen.
For
a 1/7.
Like that price.
And it's a Koto one as well.
I mean, it's because of the fact that it's sitting down kind of slightly threw me off. Honestly, the thing that sold me on it was the crate.
The crate of apples.
Not even the fact that it is a crate of apples, just the detail on the crate.
Yeah.
Just like, whoa.
It does.
And I was like, hey, Damien, you know
nice.
that holo figure you have? You totally want this because this has a crate, holo has a crate. You know? And then he was really uncertain. I was like, Damien, just fucking do it. And he was like, if you give me some of those little army cards. I was like, sure.
So that means I've actually got, at the moment, and I think you have as well, 3 Hestia figures coming. Two. No, because you've got 3.
No, I have 2.
No.
Why do I have 3?
Well, because you pre-ordered...
Oh, the prize figure,
You pre-ordered 2 prize figures, dum-dum.
Did I? I can't remember doubling up.
Yeah. I pre-ordered that cup as well for Nico.
No, I think I had 1, and then the other one was a different place that I'm probably not going to get, to be honest.
Oh, why's that?
But no. Well, it did cost 2,000 rather than the 1,500, but...
Oh, so you're going to get it cancelled.
I just probably want one anyway. I mean, it's like... Honestly, if it's not Army, I don't think anywhere else cancels your account or anything.
Not that I've seen. I think they just lose out on too much. But I pre-ordered that Nico cup as well.
Did you pre-order the Nico Nendroid?
No, I've got the new prize figure that's coming out.
Why not an Android 2?
Because that's... And then, obviously, like we were discussing earlier, my October order's just got Ilya on it. So... Here's something, though. I got 2 figures shipped. I had the Silica one and I had the Sayumi one, plus the deck boxes and some stuff. They were shipped in, and that only cost me like 2,800 yen, which is really good.
Shipping?
Yeah, for shipping. Pre-warning as well. I don't know if you've noticed, but Army has started really highly suggesting using registered SAL because by the looks of it, they seem to be having a lot of issues with loss.
No, it's because you mean what they say on the homepage.
Yeah.
Because it's not a case of it's not that. It's a case of you cannot use unregistered SAL on orders under 18,000.
Yeah, so they've basically stopped it.
Yeah.
And I think that is because of obviously that. Here's a question for you though. Actually, I found a figure on here, and I don't know how well you are into the game or if you are at all, but it's an altar figure and it's of Hyperdimension Neptunia. It's Blackheart, the 1/7. I'm really tempted to get it, but it's like 14,000 yen.
Yeah, that's the only problem with that one that I had.
But it looks so nice.
But because Noir's the best character from Neptunia, just hands down, just the best character. But 14,000 is too much.
It is a bit. But
that is pretty much my entire order, considering like I have orders with 2 figures that are also 14,000 in total.
That's the kind of the downside. I was still tempted to get that Charlotte and Cecilia sculpt figure, but it's 17,000 yen.
But at the same time, it's like with that one, it's somewhat understandable because it is 2 characters.
Yeah. So but it's an altar one as well, and it's a 1/7, so that kind of lends into the price. But it makes you wonder why the Hyperdimension one is only like 2,000 yen.
Because of all the extra details.
Yeah, I kind of guess. I suppose that makes sense.
There is quite a lot to it. Plus, it's like in total radius. I'm pretty sure it was like 30 centimeters by 30 sort of size.
It is,
like
yeah,
in a cube.
yeah.
So it is a big figure as well.
That's about the same size as my IS suit one, the Laura one.
That said, though, I think we should like progress in terms of weekly updates.
Oh yeah. No, you carry on. Your turn.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah,
now? Okay.
yeah. You go.
Okay, so because it's 2 weeks, mine's mainly going to be anime talk, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long. But I got my Super Best Friends picture signed, and then John sent it to me, and it arrived. It's a bit like crinkled up, but I think I can sort that out and then find a frame. Issue being, Americans like, I don't think they like use A4 because John didn't even know what A4 was.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
I was like, can you not print it as A4? And he's like, print it as what? I'm like, A4? And he's like, huh? I was like,
wow. I'm not even sure I
didn't know what to say. Like, holy shit. But yeah, no, it's, so it was printed at, 8 by 12 inches, which is kind of annoying because I can get frames for like £3.50 that are A4, but it won't fit. So. So now I have to try and find a frame, but that's no problem. But it's signed, and Liam put a little star because he is the rising superstar. Yeah. So you don't understand. I watched High Bike. I caught up with High Bike.
High Bike.
Hibike Euphorium or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I call it High Bike because
High Bike.
Yeah, High Bike. Honestly, it's probably subconsciously out of spite, but I think it's the weakest show this season. Well, second to Gunslinger currently, because Gunslinger still hasn't really picked up much. It's picked up a lot more, still so-so. But it's like in High Bike, it's like there's not really much going on. It's just like, oh, we're in a band, and it's like everyone loves it because Moe Slice of Life. Even though everyone's like, oh, it's fucking Moe shit for everything else. But apparently with this, it's good. It's,
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's like, I don't really like it too much, and that probably makes me a piece of shit. But at the same time, it helps people understand that I don't just like moe shit, because I really just don't care for the show.
Right.
What was the other one? What was the other one I caught up with? Because there's Mikagura, which, like, honestly, I would probably say is in the top 5 of shows this season, just because I really like it. It looks really pretty, and it's like a really fun show. So it's like pretty good. I know there were 4 shows. What was the other? I actually am really struggling to remember. Plastic Memories, that's it.
Oh, you finally started watching it.
Yeah. Question: explain what you like about Plastic Memories, because I've been in this sort of thing with someone who just really doesn't understand why it's like rated 3.85 and all this shit, and I'm like, I can't really tell you, because my thought process is simple: I either like it or I don't. It's very hard to me for me to tell you a single aspect of the show that I really like. It's just like, I like it.
No, I'm the same. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. If I'm a bit about it, I will watch it, but then I'll put it in the category of won't watch again if there's other stuff I can watch. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a show that's worth dropping, but I enjoyed it. I think it's quite cute, because you see, you kind of, it's a little bit slow on the uptake. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens, but you kind of like the main plot you don't really get too much of. If you've noticed, like, the underlying... How much have you watched?
Oh, I'm caught up.
Okay, cool. So, like, the underlying plot of it is Isla's gonna die because she's a giftier like everybody else. She only has about 2,000 hours or whatever it is left. And obviously her new partner doesn't know, but Isla's old partner, I think, just up and left. So obviously that's why she's not as good as the other ones are, because, well, you know, she's near the end of her lifetime, basically. And obviously...
Oh, no, she was always like that.
You know, so...
No, isn't she was always like that?
No. If you actually...
No, she was always sort of... Well, in terms of, like, physical performance, yeah, but I mean, like, in terms of actually how she does, like, in general, her sort of personality has always been, like...
Oh, yeah, no, her personality's been like that, but I was on about her, like, her physical abilities.
Actual performance,
actual performance,
yeah,
because
okay.
Do you remember the episode where they took her in the training room?
Yeah, I know.
You see the degradation there, don't you? So...
Yeah.
But I just enjoy it. I mean, I quite like shows like that. I mean, I'm a big fan of, like, is it Ore Monogatari?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was. I keep getting confused with so many different ones. There's a Neko Monogatari as well. I need to watch that.
It's not a part of the Monogatari.
No, I know,
but it's that's, you know. I don't think Katanagatari was. No, it's not Monogatari. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's like, I understand. It's like, especially back in the day, I had a lot of trouble sort of like saying anything other than I liked the show, you should go watch it, because I used to try and do reviews, but they always boiled down to I like the show, you should watch it. And it's like, in my eyes, I like a show.
That's enough.
It's because at the same time, it's like, it's easy to say like, oh, it's funny and stuff, but personally I couldn't really remember. It's like, in my head, I don't think like, oh, Plastic Memories is funny. I don't think it's like, I don't remember it for that. I just remember sort of enjoying it. The most I remember is I think it's pretty. Like, that's the most I can really sort of like say about it. It's like, I like this show because it's pretty, and that's like all I can really say, to be honest. Like, I like it. I shouldn't really need to give a reason.
No, I know.
But at the same time, it's
I think the only time you need to give a reason is like, but it.
Because, okay, it's the reason that it sort of started is because it's got a high community rating. But at the same time, it's like, especially in my eyes, like, numbers are like shit. And they should... To me, numbers are just for fun.
Yeah.
It's like, I also rate all my shows off of pure enjoyment. Is that going to help anyone? No. Do I think it should go towards the community rating? Depends. If the community rating is supposed to be taken, quote, seriously, then probably not at all in any way. Like, maybe make an extra one that's just for fun, that tallies everything up, and one that's like, here are what the people who actually think critically would say about the show.
Yeah.
But it's like, because all of my shows are rated off of how much I enjoyed it, and to anyone else in the world, probably totally useless unless you have a similar taste. If I rate a show 5 out of 5, I know that you'll probably like it, because we have similar taste. If I say a show's shit, I don't know, because odds are I rated it shit because, like, everyone hyped it up way too much. Like, Maguka, I didn't really like Maguka at all, but you evidently do, from what I'm aware.
You got to remember, though, I tend not to dwell in forums much, apart from Anime League.
Me either. Like, I very rarely do. I just, like, have chats with people, like, chat groups.
And I don't really listen or read any hype of any show. I mean, I will go out and find a show of my own volition. So,
it is more so because of just people talking about it.
Yeah,
like,
but even then, like, if you
just
said to me, you know, this show's pretty good, you should go watch it, I'll go and watch it. But I will watch it on the principle of I will decide. Yeah. You know, if somebody hyped like SAO, like there was a lot of hype for SAO, but I didn't find out about it until after I'd seen the show. So like the hype didn't have much of an effect, and I enjoyed the show. I think hype ruins a lot of things for some people because they get so set on what it should be. When it doesn't live up to that unrealistic expectation, they drop a perfectly great show on the merit of, well, it didn't have what that person told me it had, so it's a letdown.
I mean, not even that, because, I mean, in that respect, SAO is kind of a bad example. Because SAO does, like, obviously have flaws, and a lot of people point that out all the time, which is why a lot of people now say SAO is shit.
Yeah. They're wrong.
I mean, I wouldn't say shit, but I mean, I can easily see, like, why people would dislike it.
Oh yeah,
you can see the flaws,
but at
the same time, the second season so far has like done a lot better than the first. Because I'm obviously behind because I'm watching the sort of dub that's going along with it, but
yeah, but no, it is the GGO arc was a lot more storyline, and I enjoyed. I will admit, I enjoyed the GGO arc slightly better. Why am I getting lots of feedback from your microphone? It's literally like...
It's not coming up on here, is that?
Oh, right, yeah. It's when you stop talking. There we go, it's gone.
Yeah. But yeah, so those things... I'll move on, I guess. I finished Shurikuma.
Any joys?
No.
Oh.
Straight up, no. It's not even, like, there's not even that much Yuri, which is, like, one of the reasons that I was, like...
Watching it.
Excited. Yeah, it's like, I want Yuri. Yuri's always good. Wasn't that much Yuri. The show itself wasn't really that good. There wasn't really much to it. One of the lowest rated shows that I've watched, to be honest.
Wow.
Like, I didn't really enjoy it too much.
That's definitely something.
I know. I mean, it probably has its, like... fan base, which is fair. And character design wise, it's like Lulu's like fun. I like Lulu's design and stuff. But in terms of like the actual show itself, no, not really that great. I watched it because Lulu, and that's pretty much it, because her Twin Tail game was strong and she was rated like second. Then again,
the Twin Tail game is strong in this one.
But yeah, fuck. There's a show. Oh, I never got to show you this. This is a show next season that I'm going to watch, and you're definitely going to watch. And I'm going to read the description of it while you look at the actual image, which is a girl with panties on her head. The English title is A Boring World Where the Concept of Dirty Jokes Doesn't Exist. It will air from July 4th, 2015.
This is an adaptation.
16...
Isn't it? This is an adaptation.
I don't know. It might be. I don't usually pay attention. 16 years after the law for public order and morals in healthy child raising banned coarse language in the country, person, I'm not in the mood for reading names, enrolls in the country's leading elite public morals school and is soon invited into an antisocial organization. No, antisociate. What? Societal, that's it. Fuck.
Yeah, societal. Wow.
Anti-societal organisation by its founder, Ayame Kajau. Yep, it's not even that. That's wrong. Ayame, fuck it.
What is with you today?
I don't know. Like, this week's been kind of weird.
You've just fallen apart.
More so, I think I blame my arm, and it's gotten me down at the fact that I haven't been able to do as much work as I would have liked to. As a member blackmailed into joining Ayane, person, who I mentioned earlier, ends up taking part in obscene acts of terrorism against the talented student council president, Anna, for whom person has a crush on. But based on the trailer, it looks like everything that I would want out of a show.
Huh.
And based on the title, it's everything I would want out of a show. It's just dumb fun. And that's everything that I like. But yeah, that aside, I finished the Hyperdimension Neptunia anime, which, you know, obviously sort of looping back on what we talked about not long ago.
Yeah.
I also started Nagato-chan, which I don't think I brought up because it was 15 days, so I don't think I would have. Long story short,
Is it like that?
I mean, it's like, it has the same vibe in my eyes of what I remember Haruhi was. Like, the same sort of humour, and it's like, I like Kyone's, like, humour. Kyone's character design, no, we did talk about it, because I remember I mentioned Kyone's character design and showed you last week.
Okay, fair enough.
And I was like, it's like, giving Kyon Moe shit design is, like, literally the worst.
Just to throw this out.
I heard a gasp.
Yeah.
A gasp.
Just to throw this out there, there's a Shokugeki figure for sale.
I know.
It's
fair enough.
I want it, but it releases in October as well, and I've just ordered the Rika one for October to go with my.
I know. If I didn't have Seishiro, I probably might have. I don't know. It's like, you know, she hasn't gotten enough screen time for me to care too much, to be honest. Also, I finished, after literally being in my plan to watch for 2 years, I finished Tokyo Ravens.
Wow.
Tokyo Ravens is actually, like, really good. And it has some mad drill game, to which I will post a GIF here for you to look at the best drill game so far.
Is it terrible drills?
No, it's pretty good drills. Out of 10.
Huh.
Pretty good out of 10.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah. I watched Durara X2 because the dub is complete. The simul-dub was finished. And so, it's like, I really like it, but at the same time I can't compare it too much to the original. At the end, like, holy shit. Just like 10 out of 10, like, right at the end. Like, wow. That was fucking great.
That good?
Yeah. I mean, as someone who watched Durara, like, I don't think, like, when it aired, but, like, a while... No, it wasn't when it aired. Because I remember watching it dubbed the first time I watched it. Because it was... I'm pretty sure it was around the time I met James that I watched it, because he told me to, because it's one of those shows. One of those shows I would say that I would never watch not dubbed, because the dub is actually, like, so strong. And it really fits.
So it's like, it's a decent dub, is what you're saying?
No, I would say it is great, and I would say it's way better than the Japanese, just in general.
Wow.
That, honestly, I'm not alone in that. Like, even, I mean, James does, but James also, like, thinks that to a lot of things. But Durara's dub is just, like, it fits. It works.
Huh.
And I would say it works better than, yeah, I mean, Shizu-chan, best guy, or girl, whichever you prefer, but his voice in Japanese I don't think works as well, from what I can remember. I also watched, but yeah, that's a really good, if you watch the first season of Durara, definitely watch the second one. It's a bit weird because they essentially doubled up the cast.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of characters and all that, and I was like, it starts off weird, but at the same time it definitely still feels like Durara, which is good, because Durara was good.
Are you sure?
I finished Wanna Be the Strongest in the World, which was like idols who then became like pro female wrestlers. It was surprisingly okay.
Huh.
I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say it's the greatest in the world. It's, you know, I'd say a solid 3 out of 5.
Oh, that's not too bad, I guess.
It's like if you want something to kill time, which is why I watched it.
Fence. That's like being on the fence, though. So
I mean, it's above average. It's like good. It's like okay.
Okay.
I mean, to me, 3 is like, if it's 5, it means I just really didn't care at all. If it's like 6 or the equivalent in terms of out of 10, it's like, you know, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
But,
I didn't love it, but I didn't like just feel nothing. Whereas like 2.5 is sort of I mean, if you watch dubs and you just want something to like be in the background, it's definitely worth that at least. Would I recommend buying it? No.
Wow.
I wouldn't recommend spending money. I mean, watch it on like the Funimation stream service, like with Funimation Elite or whatever. But
yeah, I guess. I suppose if you wanted to, but I mean the ones that I've been catching up on is Chinibyo, which I've fallen in love with that show. It's such a genuinely...
Season 1 or Season 2, which you want?
I'm just finishing up Season 1.
Okay, because I haven't... Because honestly, Season 2's dub's coming out soon, so I'm going to wait for that. Because I still haven't seen... I was meaning to, and then it was like, oh, a dub's coming out. Well, I might as well wait. I'm not in too much of a hurry.
It's really good. I mean, it is really good.
It is.
I love it.
It's a very solid show.
It's so funny as well, and it's really do you know what? It's like
I
rewatched
like
comedy
it because
romance.
a dupe came out. Yeah,
but
it's part. I mean, it's like Inu Battle, but at the same time, I can't say that because I watched Chuni first. So.
Yeah, so Inu
it
Battle
is.
like
It
Chuni.
is like straight up. It is because they mention because that's what it's called. Chunibyo is like an actual thing that people say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also finished off Maria. Like,
Pardon?
Junketsu no Maria.
Oh, right, yeah.
Good. Very good. Very solid, very good. Straight up. Just good. I liked it. Had a simul-dub. Simul-dub was pretty good.
This is why Jordan is
That's why I'm
no good at reviews. Literally.
I know. It's
good.
like I can't...
But that's a good
funny.
way to be. I mean, personally, I wouldn't...
I'm
quite
to me,
the same, so...
Yeah, because to me it's like people who are listening and have been listening know of my tastes.
Ooh.
If you feel the same as I do, then you will probably also enjoy it. If not, then you probably won't. I also finished Freezing Vibration. Again, this is why I was like, well, I need to
one did you...
Freezing Vibration. There's Freezing, and then the second season is Freezing Vibration.
Right.
3 out of 5. It's similar. It's like, it's okay.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, there wasn't too much like, oh my god, this is like the greatest thing ever. It's like, this is, it's not bad, it's not great.
There's a, I was just looking around for like some stuff to do with like figures and things. And I just wanted to check and see what Y Schwartz stuff's come out. Do you know how hard it is to get a rubber playmat? Like a nice rubber playmat, an actual rubber playmat. Just
Nope.
any fucking rubber playmat.
Because I have two.
Yeah, but trying to find one that's not super expensive is really hard.
Well, I mean, one of mine was, but my Angel Beats one was 10, so it's not really too bad.
Yeah, you got
there's an Angel. There's what? Do you mean like official ones? Because again, you can only get them that certain way.
Yes.
I mean, if you want an official one, you're like gonna have to buy 4 packs or something.
Yeah, like a carton.
Not a carton. Carton comes with 4. You need 4 packs, 4 boxes.
So if I order 4 boxes, I get one.
I don't know. You would have to ask Amiyami.
Huh.
Because a carton comes with 4, and most retailers over here, if you buy 4, they will throw in a playmat. Which is the thing. It's like, you say they're expensive, but at the same time, the only way to get them is if you buy 4 of those boxes or a carton.
Yeah, I kind of guess so.
So people do. The reason people like sell them at a price like that is, sort of to make a bit of profit off of the fact that they had to buy a carton. And at the same time, unless you wanted to buy a carton of it, you're still getting it cheaper.
Well, yeah, I guess you have it that way. The one
because it's essentially a free bonus with it, but
yeah.
The
one thing, I just noticed there's a lot of like really old stuff. I say really old, but there's a lot of older show stuff on like back orders at the moment. So one of them's the Vivid Red Operation Y Schwartz. I know it's in Japanese, but I'd just like to have it. But the only one I can seem to find, I think, is like the 6-pack of trial decks, which is like,
Yeah.
That's the only downside to like those, and they've never done an English edition.
Nah.
Otherwise, I'd.
Fun fact: the Japanese Attack on Titan's finally up.
Really?
August release.
Huh.
It actually comes out after the English, which is kind of cool.
That's interesting.
And it's so far the only thing listed is the trial deck.
What for the
Attack on Titan?
Yeah, for the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be pretty
Only
good.
The trial deck so far. But yeah, and then there's obviously the Televeru ones, which are also trial deck only, which makes me kind of sad because I would have just bought all the boosters. Yeah, other than that, Triage X finished. You can definitely see like the correlation to High School of the Dead in the fact that it ended on kind of a low note, and like I wish that there was some more. It was like it ends with him walking. Spoilers.
Wow. Just spoiled my entire day. Thanks.
You're welcome. But yeah, other than that, my army order came in. I got 8 deck boxes. I got an Iori. Iori from Idolmaster. I got 2 Fate ones, and I got 5 of the non Mother's Rosario SAO deck boxes.
Oh, you just got the Asuna ones, did you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Well,
can I have one?
Asuna ones? No. You can buy one off me.
I will trade you for one of my Mother's Rosario ones that
I don't really want the Mother's Rosario. I could have gotten some of the Mother's Rosario when I ordered the first set, but I didn't really like it too much.
I just missed out on that one, that was all. I quite like it.
I thought...
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, I'd give you the Fate Collide one. Not the Fate Collide, fuck off. Fate Stay Night one, but it's the only one I ordered, so I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I also got my Yukari figure. I also got the not closed clock, fucking my Root of Origin figure.
Yeah.
Can't remember most of what I got. I think that might have been it, because I think I just got a bunch of deck boxes and those.
I'm kind of gutted that I never
my
got
Rita Mordia figure finally shipped 2 days ago. After 2 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop there because I can't really think of much else, and we're like quite far in. So
I just to
deal of the week.
Yeah.
Okay, you go.
Just to add something in there, yeah, I just went and pre-ordered that Rika Takanashi figure for October. So now my October order is two figures totaling 20,000 yen.
Wait, what were the two?
Wait,
how is it 20,000?
Because it's the Ilya one, and I bought the 1/7 expensive Rika Takanashi, the one that's currently top for figures on pre-order.
Is it 12,000 or something?
It's nearly 11,000 yen.
Because I know, okay then. Because I know that the Ilya one's like 8,500.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
no. Apart from that, I was umming and ahhing about it. I'm like, if I don't order it now, I will never order it. I'm like, the order's going to get to 20,000 regardless of whether I do it. So now or like in 2 months, I'm like, at least if I do it now, I know I have to put money back to pay for that order specifically.
Yeah.
So it's going to be about 100 quid, but I don't care.
A bit over 100.
Yeah. So, but I can live with that because the courts have awarded me £400 in compensation anyway, so I don't care.
Yep.
So happy days for me. But yeah, so moving on. Come on, surprise me. I'd send me a link first because I haven't even looked.
I did. I had already.
Arigato. Let's have a look.
Arigato gozaimasu. Just to be a prick.
I've not seen this one.
Okay.
It does
even better.
It does look quite good. Do you know what though?
Honestly,
the
this is like
the big character on the front reminds me of Rika's sister. The one down in the left-hand corner with the black hair and the red eyes.
She's not. But okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, no, this is definitely like an older favorite of mine. It's not like old. It aired while I was like watching things, so it's obviously not old. But it's definitely a highly rated show. Like, I wouldn't say a favorite because it's not in my favorites from what I remember. But it is definitely a really solid show and really close. It's like, I want to get a Subaru figure, and I've been like sort of going in and out between should I or should I not, and like trying to find a decent one that I want. And there was one, but it's like quite low on my list of other things, like my Rita Mordia figure, which I finally got, so that's good. Excuse me, I burped. I'll allow you to read the first. It's Mayochiki. I don't think we actually mentioned the name, so yeah, you can read the first paragraph.
All right, so it's I'm assuming they've pronounced it Mayochiki instead of Mayo.
Yeah, Mayo.
Yeah, cool, Mayochiki. So it's Mayochiki, and I've actually just been reading this, and it sounds quite good. So, when you've got acute gynophobia, even a pretty girl can be like a malady. and as the sparring partner for his family of female wrestlers, Sakamachi Kinjiro has the worst case ever. Just one touch makes his nose bleed. So school's a bloody nightmare even before Kanade, the principal's twisted daughter, deduces both Kinjiro's feminine issues and that his name contains the sounds chi and kin back to back. But Chi Kinjiro's female troubles don't totally redline until a wrong turn in the men's room exposes the secret Subaru. Kanade's manservant has been hiding in the water closet. Well, to be fair, she is still a servant.
If Subaru's cross reactions concerning her cross-dressing aren't enough of a drag, Kinjiro's girl problems are also haunted material. Also include. I can't do cool voices without fucking up, but I want to do cool voices. Also include a haunted martial artist with ghosts. I don't remember ghosts, but okay. A candid fetishist.
Oh wow.
And his own sister. Who's interested in wrestling. A certain incorrectly packaged butler may result in unexpected ending. I missed an an, but hey ho.
Okay, so his sister wants to wrestle Subaru.
Wink.
Get in. I'm ordering it.
Also, Subaru is like automatically fills in the girl dressed as boy category of like things I like.
So Himigoto style, basically.
No. That's the opposite.
No, I know, but it's still the same thing. Girl dressed as a guy, guy dressed as a girl. It's cross dressing. It doesn't. There's a difference
because one's a trap and one's like a quote reverse trap. But reverse traps are the best.
One's a trap.
Reverse traps are better than regular traps.
Wow. Do you know what?
Naoto is girl dressed as guy.
Genuinely, I really want...
Seishiro is girl dressed as guy.
I want fucking Admiral Akbar to, like, just... Every time you watch Himigoto is just to him pop up and be like, it's a trap!
Or be like, where. But yeah, no, this is a really good show. The only thing that upsets me about it is that we didn't get the dub over here. So it's like... It's really so-so, because honestly, I'm going to get a figure anyway, and that's going to be, like, my support of the show. But if this came with a dub, I would have, like, hands down got it right now. But because it doesn't, it's like...
So what figure did you get, then, from this show?
I haven't yet. That's what I mean.
Oh, so you are going to?
Yeah, I've been planning to for a while, because Solaris has, like, most of them.
Solaris has fucking everything.
No, it doesn't. Not everything.
Nearly everything.
There are figures that they don't have, and that was kind of disappointing. I don't have the Yuma Show figure... And that's the reason that's, like, kind of sad. And we're going to skip featured anime, because, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that.
Yeah. So, topic-wise, I'm going to start off with something, because we don't have, like, a proper topic, but it fits in with the title of Fantasia, which means Tales of Fantasia, which it's not to do with that one, because Tales of Zestria was announced. And as much as I'm happy, I'm also really sad, because it's announced for October 16th and October 20th. October 20th is for the PC release.
Huh?
Yeah. There is now a PC port for the game. October 16th is for the PS3 and PS4 release. The Japanese release only had a PS3 version. Which, the issue, because it's like, awesome, more people can play Tales games. The PC version, obviously, is going to be good. Digital only, so I'm going to pick it up, like, when it goes on sale. And just get the PS3 one and hope it comes with a special edition, too. But the issue I have with it is the game was being localized. From what I recall, it was being localized alongside development. So in theory, it should not have, like, taken even 3 months to come out. Which means that the reason it's taken 9 months to come out, like, after, the Japanese release is because they were working on ports. And they're probably going to be kind of shitty ports that just say, like, oh, have some more performance and a higher resolution. And that means I've had to wait
for PC gamers.
6 months more for a shitty port that I'm not going to even play, and as a fan of the series, that kind of pisses me off. Like, you don't know how salty I was. I was just like... and John was like, oh, now I have to get a PS4. I'm like, no, you don't, just fuck off. That's one thing that annoys me. It's like, oh, it's got a PS4 version 2, better buy a PS4. It's like, no, the port's not going to really add anything at all. It's probably going to, like, look slightly better. The localization team are probably the only ones who worked on it, so there's not really going to even be any new textures or anything. It's pretty...
So it's going to basically just... all that... It's just... You're just bitter because you had to wait longer so more people can enjoy a game.
I am fucking bitter. Because they shouldn't have had to... Because it's not a case of, oh, we have to delay this because we have to work on it. It's like, no, we have to delay this so they can be released at the same time. That's what pisses me off.
There's nothing wrong with that.
The fact that I have to wait 6 months, yes.
If they hadn't said anything, you would have waited for 6 months.
They're holding back a game for 6 months. Just because they wanted to release it alongside some others. It's like the whole fucking issue with Project Eva Mirai. It's like they're holding it back for 4 months. No one knows why. Apparently it's because of like, oh, we wanted to release some Day 1 edition, which is all that was announced alongside the delay. And it's like, oh, you can get the strap and a sticker or something.
But that kind
of... A 4 month delay for a strap and a sticker. But at the same time, it's like, well, if they were to announce like, oh, we're making this game available for the new 3DS as well, I know for sure and 100% certainty everyone is going to be pissed the fuck off.
That's probably
because it's all like that is like the most pointless part, and that's what it is for PS4 to PS3. Because the reason it probably took 6 months is because PS3 architecture is so different. Because the PS3 architecture is like different. It's kind of shit. That cell architecture, man. And it's like, obviously, they pretty much would have had to rewrite a lot of the programming, and that's why it took so long. I wouldn't have minded at all if it were a case of, like, oh yeah, we're releasing this, like, a couple months after, like, the PS3 release, which is how it should be. You know? That's how it should work. Rather than, let's hold back a release so as we can release it for other consoles at the same time that no one really wanted. Like, if you're a fan of the Tales games, you have a PS3. Because, like, most of the Tales games are on PS3 now.
Well, nearly all of them are.
Oh, no. There are the older titles, like the Fantasia ones and all that.
Yeah, they're on
It's
the
like
PS3.
most of the more modern ones, aside from Abyss and Hearts are, because that's the Vita. But it's like, you know, Vesperia is only in Japan, unfortunately. It's on the 360 over here, which is why I've been replaying recently. You have Grace's F, you have Xillia 1, you have Xillia 2, you now have Zestria, you have
Vesperia.
Both of the... Besteria, no, it's not, to be honest. I really don't like the saying of the game too much, but mechanically it seems great. You have Symphonia Chronicles, which is Symphonia 1 and 2. That's 5. You have the majority of all of the others on that system, and you're like saying, you know what, we're going to hold the game off. I mean, it's not confirmed that that's why, but I'm pretty sure it is, because that's how it... Because especially when it's being localized alongside development, it should not take 9 months just to get a localization done after development, you know?
Well, I guess not. I mean, I know when Eve tried doing a cross-platform thing, that still took quite a while.
No, cross-platform is way different. I mean, as in a release, or what?
Yeah, sort of.
As in, if it's a case of, like, the same game on a different platform, especially post-release, it's like, it is different. And that's the thing. There's a difference between localization and doing it on a different platform. Different platform does mean, depending on the system, a lot of extra programming to make it actually suitable, which is why you get terrible ports sometimes. And that's what a port is, released for a different platform. Whereas the localization is like, here is the release for this console, make this English. Which, you know, the fact that it was being done alongside, and the fact that the English, like, sort of trailer was released not too long after the Japanese release of the game, or even before then, I can't remember. It's...
But then again, I mean...
it's just annoying that it got held back for so long.
I know, but I mean, you have to take into account the fact that everything is so... It might not be straightforward, so I'd give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you get in the game.
I really don't, because as someone who, like, understands the game industry, I know for a fact that it's not. I don't give game companies the benefit of the doubt anymore nowadays. Like, I
suppose, to be fair, I don't really buy enough games at the moment to warrant it. I mean, I've got.
I mean, it's like I don't buy.
So that's all I care about.
I was gonna say I don't so much buy many. I'm always up to date on the game industry because that's what I want to do. I want to develop games. I want to do animation. I want to do that sort of thing. Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to be like a game creator, and that's what I'm doing right now. So keeping up to date on the industry is always a good thing. So it's that's the reason, because like companies are shitty, and Namco Bandai, so they're not like the worst, but they're also not the best.
Yeah.
And their PC ports have been kind of shitty at times, which is why I'm not like the most excited or anything about that. But it just, if a game's being localized alongside it, and I know we're not going to get any like sort of extra things in like either of them. We're going to get the DLC. The DLC that was for Alicia because of reasons and stuff. Because she didn't get enough character development or something along those lines, and in Japan that was a huge issue, so they released some free DLC. That'll probably be like made into the game, and that really isn't a problem at all. That doesn't take so much. That doesn't take 9 months of development time.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, no, that is a fact. Because of the fact of, it's a simple case of what DLC. It's not a case of like, oh, it took us 9 months to sort of attach this DLC that when you download it works onto this. Because worst case scenario, just like, yeah, you can download the day one DLC like every other game does. And it's like, you know, I'm just assuming that because they probably will do that as well. Or
and have
instead.
the DLC ready and available for day one.
Yeah, because it's like, rather than building it into the game, it's like, if it were a case of like, yeah, this is taking way too long, let's not do it. Because it's that simple, because it's DLC. It's not a case of like, we need to reprogram an entire portion of the game. It's a case of no. And it wouldn't take 9 months to do that. It's, you know, I wouldn't have minded so much. But at the same time, it's like, if they did do something on like the PS4 and PC that isn't available in the PS3 version, like extra content, which I doubt they would, because, again, localization team. Some people would say, well, the PS3 version of Vesperia came with like extra characters and stuff, and like, yeah, A, Japan, B, PS3. It's like a port to a different console with different architecture and a disc that has a lot more space. So it's like, that's the reason. As far as I'm aware, the PS4 doesn't have discs with more space. They're still Blu-rays and the standard sort of thing. The system's a bit more powerful, and that's about it. I wouldn't have minded if it were a case of like, oh, it'll be a month or two until you get the PC and PS4 or whatever. It's just delaying, pushing, probably, almost certainly, I would even say, pushing a game back just to release alongside. In terms of business, it's like, yeah, it's probably a smart move, because like, oh, no one would want to buy it for the PS4 or PC if it was already out on PS3. But at the same time, you really should know that no one who would have bought it for PS3 is going to buy it for PC. No person who is an existing fan is going to buy it for PC or PS4.
No.
Because they own the PS3. They own it for the other 5 games.
From a business perspective, though, you've got to also take into account quarterly finances. I mean, if they release it, if they're having a fairly strong quarter with their finances at the moment, starting off the next quarter with a strong game title right from the offset and giving your new quarterly finance like a massive like starter boost from that game is a good move. It's a clever move, because
but at the same time,
yeah, it might not work out ideal for you, but you'll still buy the game.
No, what I'm saying is, you're saying it from a quarterly perspective, but that's 3 quarters that they've missed 2 quarters that they could have also done that in.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's like, you are like, the only thing that's really being gained from it is a case of like, oh, in this quarter, it'll bring in more people. It's a case of more people can now access it, because PS4 isn't backwards compatible, so people who only have a PS4 can now play it. People who have a PC, they can play it, but at the same time, it's like, you're not reaching your current fan base on either of those. So the fact that you're pushing this version back just for that, even if it's a case of the quarterly thing, it's like, well, this quarter's strong. Now it's like, now that everyone has played this game in this quarter and knows how good it is, rather than saying like, oh, well, now you guys who want to play it have to go and get a PS3. It's like, oh, hey, well, next quarter, we're going to release on PC. Or you guys who want to play it and own a PC, a lot of fucking people, you can now play it next quarter. It's like, oh, sweet. And that is what happens. Like, that is one thing that I will right now say annoys me. Because, as far as, from what I recall, with Dark Souls, they had the PS3 version and the PS3 version only. No, there was also the Xbox 360 one.
Yes, there was.
They released a Game of the Year edition, or the Prepare to Die edition, which came with the DLC. That was released on PC. They waited, and they released another edition for PC. It's not a case of, like, this is the first time we've ever done this, everything's been simultaneous. It's a case of, and even other companies, like, Borderlands 2, it's now coming to PS4 as a remaster. That's the thing. I wouldn't mind if it were a case of, PS4 remaster, awesome. Japanese would probably also get it, though, because it's a remaster and that would actually require actual development. But it's a case of, like, we're holding everything back so we can release it all at the same time is frustrating. It's like, that is annoying as shit.
I know it's frustrating from your point of view, but I mean,
and it
won't change the fact that everybody will still
I'm not
buy
saying
the
it'll
game.
change anything, but I don't think that the fact that it won't change anything doesn't mean I shouldn't voice my opinion.
No, it's just that they won't really care that much.
I know, but
which is even more frustrating because you can yell and then they're like, never mind.
I don't really mind. I just want to know that. I just want to get it out. It's called venting. I don't care if it changes anything. I just want to, like,
vent.
No, and if anyone actually knows, like, for sure, like, oh well, no, actually, like, there were a lot of issues with the game on release which I haven't heard apart from the Alicia thing, and they had to, like, make a lot of fixes. Like, that's fair, but it's a case of, like, oh, let's push this game back so as we can release it at the same time. Because it's like, it's even more. The thing that also bugs me is the fact that it's a port and not a remaster for the more powerful systems. If it were a case of, it's like an upgraded version that actually has nice changes, then fair enough. But it's like, it's a almost meaningless port, especially for the PS4.
So
like, the only reason I think it's out on PS4 is maybe because PS4 has slightly closer sort of structure to a PC in terms of how it's, like, programmed. Whereas PS3 is just, like, fucking ridiculous.
So
like,
what you're saying
totally
is you'd be happy if when they ported it, they say they're porting it to the PC, that the 6 months was used not because they were porting it, but because it was going to a PC format as well, and they wanted the graphics to be on par with what PC graphics are these days.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's like, I wouldn't mind it. So it's because it's sort of two different perspectives. From one perspective, it's like, I don't like the fact that they spent 6 months developing this, like, as like a regular port on releasing on different systems when they could have released on PS3 and then released it later. But the second perspective is the fact that I hate that they're making a PC port of a PS3 game that is also on PS4, so it's also still a port.
Yeah.
And it's not like a remaster. It's like, you're maybe getting a bit more extra performance, and especially based on how, I think even then, Namco locks the frame rate to 60 FPS in Dark Souls. You can unlock it, but that totally fucks with you, because it's a case of the durability bug in Dark Souls 2, which is a case of, yes, you're getting double the frame rate, but your durability actually, like, is in sort of tandem with the frame rate sort of thing.
Huh?
Your weapon durability is lost twice as fast if you unlock the frame rate to 60.
Why?
I don't know, it's a bug.
Huh?
And I think they fixed it, and in the, like, Scholars of the First Sons edition, it's not fixed anymore. They fucking still have it. And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's probably going to be a shitty port anyway. And you're essentially saying, you can wait 6 months for the actual game because we're going to make a shitty port so as more people can play it. Which, cool, more people can play it, but you're, like, fucking over your fan base for that. It's like, let's, like, make our fan base wait so we can attract more fans. It's like, wow, that's kind of a scumbag move.
That's quite funny.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
all I really had to say.
Yeah, it just seems a little bit weird to do it like that. But hey, I suppose they must have, like, a decent.
That's all. Honestly, that's all I want. All I want is, like, a reason. Unlike with, like, hang on. Excuse me. Unlike with the Project Mirai, like the Project Diva thing. Unlike that, where it's like, oh yeah, 4 months delay, we don't know, we won't tell you why. It's a case of like, oh, it took a while to do. Wow, I'm burping a lot today, that's weird. I shouldn't have eaten chili, because now my nose is really runny.
So what Tales game is this new one? Tales
of Zestiria.
Oh, right.
Because based on an image that I have seen, I think the game runs in 720, and according to this like image being in 1080, I'm assuming, it's now rendered out at a higher resolution. That's cool. That's good. Higher resolution is like a good thing. It's not a case of like, shit. But it's, I don't know. It just really bugs me of the fact of, it would have at least been nice. All I really want is clarification. Like, if it is a case of, no, we have another reason it took 9 months, and it's like, okay, that's fine. If it was a case of, yeah, we kind of held off because we wanted everyone to get at the same time, then, yeah, that will kind of piss me off. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you told me why. That's good. That, or I'm totally... It's like either that, or I am 100% misguided in the knowledge of it being, like, localized in tandem with development. From everything that I'm aware, it was, but I could be wrong. And that's always an option. I could be wrong. And that's the beauty of opinions and my knowledge. I could always be wrong.
Yeah, true. You could be very wrong. You probably are really wrong, but
I might be.
I know what you mean.
The fact that the English trailer was released so close to the game's release, I think even before, I can't remember. I'll have to look into that. But the fact that happened means like, they have A, a cast, B, tracks already recorded, C, dialogue is actually like been translated right now. And it's like, now I think at the very least it's 4 months later. You cannot tell me that like 4 months of localization means like, we need another 4 or 5. I don't actually remember. Yeah, no, it would be 4 because I was basing the 9 months after the fact that it was released in January.
Huh.
I think that's right. Because it was released in January in Japan. Because that's the thing. I'm pretty sure it was because of the fact otherwise the whole sort of rumor mill of like, they were going to be released at the same time, which I would have liked, but I didn't believe because that's like kind of a big deal. Yeah. Just Stereo English trailer. When did you come out? I like how this is a British flag. Okay, April 15th was the English trailer.
What, for this year's release? Or that was the original one, yeah?
Yeah, this is Zestiria. This was the first English trailer that came out, from what I'm aware. And that was April 15th, which means that they had like tracks done, and typically it does mean like a sort of August-ish release. Which is weird, it's October, whereas typically the release is August-ish time. Yeah, August, it's pre-Alcon. Typically the last most releases.
So you might have it then before Alcon.
No, I won't. The typical release date for all the other Tales games is August, but this one is October.
Oh, okay.
The release date for this is confirmed.
I'm tempted to order a couple of games for the PS3 and then bring my PS3 along so we can have a little bit of a play. Get a few guys
Honestly,
back.
I'm gonna say, if you like pick up some Tales games, most of them have like local co-op in some way.
Okay.
I think I've never really done it, but it's like.
I mean, I'll get the Tales games anyway because it's kind of like a.
You have to. I won't let you not.
It's MMO.
It's literally a requirement. I'm not letting you not play them.
Wow. Whatever will I do?
Play them.
See, I really want the first game I'll buy for the PlayStation is Ignition Hearts for Infinite Stratos. Sorry, it's a fact. I don't care if it's a Jap import. It will. I have to have it, and I will have the collector's edition because, well, it's just me. And I have decided as well. I'm going to slowly. Now I've kind of like got my base collection of figures. I'm going to start expanding the collection. So each individual figure, I'll buy every other figure that goes in that particular run. Mainly because I like to, now I've got them, I feel really bad. Not bad, I feel like I want to complete the sets So like I've got Nico, so I want all the other prize figures that came out on that particular run. I've got the railgun one, which I want to have. There's a couple more I'm missing off of that one. Obviously I've got Rin, so I kind of want to get Saber and the other ones as well. The Beach Queens one, the Idol Master is going to be kind of hard because there's quite a lot of them. It'd be like trying to buy all the characters from Love Live and fucking AKB 48, so that might be a bit hard. Papa Kikyo, I've got 2 out of 3. The third one, wow. The third one, unfortunately, is trending at about $200 for the smallest figure they do. So what I've came to the conclusion of is I'm just going to steal yours.
Wow.
But that'll be one that I'll buy like when I've got sort of like maybe the majority of my set, which I can live with. Toradora wise, I will probably just buy more of Tiger because I find it really hard to find the other ones, and they are genuinely hard to find, along with anything else that's Toradora related. Infinite Stratos is going to be the expensive one because it's I've got the IS suit version. Sega Prize one's not too much. That'll be fairly easy to complete. Obviously I've already got Hoki and I've already got Charlotte, so I kind of only need, like the 3 more. But the IS suit ones, I mean, Laura's I've got. Cecilia is about fucking £70. Hoki's like £100. And then is it Yang is about, but then like you've got fucking
£100.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you looking?
Well, I had a look on a few places and they really do vary, like between the actual characters. Like Laura's is expensive, but like Hoki's is really expensive in a lot of places.
Well, I can already guarantee you're looking in the wrong place if you're saying that in pounds.
Yeah.
Like, why are you looking locally for starters?
No, I conversion.
Even then, where the fuck are you looking? Because that's like, that is my Tails Ultra Figures type prices.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
I know. Ilya wise, I've obviously got the schoolgirl version, and I've got the like her in her Collide dress thing. So I need to get the Miyu school version and the Miyu Ilya like combo for the outfits. Obviously I've got the Dog Days Figma, so I want the other Dog Days Figmas that go with it. I want the Kirito, and I want the Lilibeth figures and stuff to go with my Asuna and my Silica figures. I want to get Seishiro, but I'm not getting the one you've got. I'll get the cheaper version to go with my Shitogi. Obviously I want to get I've already got Ryoko, so I want to get fuck it, there was one I forgot.
Cecilia, 7,700 yen.
That's not bad. Is that pre-owned?
Hoki, 10,000 yen.
Yeah, see, there's like a big difference between them.
Yang, 5,000.
What?
500.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know where the fuck you're looking.
That's actually really good for...
That's an AB as well.
Yeah, that's a pre-owned. I was looking at brand new.
Why are you looking at brand new, is the real question here.
Because I got Laura brand new. I'd feel bad if I had an abused one.
Well, they're all AB. Even the Charlotte one's an AB, and that's 67.
That's pretty good. I might buy all 4 of them in one shot then. Maybe like not when I've got a month where it's less than like 5,000 yen. Which isn't any time soon.
I mean, honestly, I would probably say pick up the Yang one.
Yeah, because that's a really good price, to be fair.
Yeah.
I may even get that this month. It depends. But yeah, it's a bit So, but I mean, the other thing I got as well, which I tell you what is really nice, and it's made me super super happy, is my Coco iPhone case. And it looks it's really pretty. It's really nice. And it's one of the gloss cases, so hopefully it doesn't. I mean, I know it's going to wear out eventually, but I've got 3 cases. obviously with the Asuna one and my bookcase one coming. So what I'll probably do is I'll put the Coco one back in its packaging when the bookcase for Your Line April turns up, and I'll use that one because that's less likely to get too damaged. And I really like the Coco one. It's a proper nice little case. So it's more than what I would normally pay for a case, but fuck it. I like it. I liked it. So, but yeah. So now apart from that, I think figure wise, now I've got the Yoshino Data Live Nendoroid coming. I think I'll probably have to invest in the other Nendoroids as well. From Data Live, obviously. What made me chuckle is that guy on your Facebook earlier, the one that was like, "Hey, have you ever seen Data Live?" I just wanted to reply with "lol, scrub."
Do it. Go on.
Because that.
Do it. Do it, nerd.
Huh?
I said, "Do it, nerd."
I'm so confused right now because you're lagging.
Wow, that's all your fault, mate.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk Seraph?
Yes, I do. I've kind of been waiting for this moment because that last episode, it was like, wow, literally stabbed in the feels twice.
Wow.
Twice.
Wow.
There was two feel stabs.
Why?
So, well, because I've really got attached to the fact that, like, you kind of wasn't gonna end up doing what he did. I thought it was gonna be one of those, like, they kept missing each other.
Okay, wait. Okay, spoilers for Seraph. Probably until the end of the episode, so...
Yeah, this is gonna be
serious. If you haven't seen Seraph, then see you later, I guess. Thanks for watching.
Listening.
Otherwise, that too. Hey, you don't know what they do.
I do.
Anyway, spoiler warning
yeah.
and all that, so...
So, Seraph is one of those shows that me and Jordan have enjoyed so much that...
I wouldn't say that. The only reason I was saying we should cosplay, or at least when I agreed when you brought it up, was because it's a show that I like, and I was like, we can actually do it together, as opposed to, like, everything else.
Yeah. So, and it's a show that we've really enjoyed. Can you blow... That doesn't make a noise, because your mic seems to be picking up a lot of outside noise. Thank you. Now it's Jordan's turn to have bad feed. So basically, this show we started watching, I got into it straight away, and it's about vampires, and I think I've got a soft spot for vamp animes because I loved Dance in the Vampire Bund, like so much, even though there was not a lot of vampirishness. And then obviously you've got Orari no Seraph, which is another vampire one. And there was a couple more I watched, but they're fairly old ones. I just can't remember the names off the top of my head anyway. So this show, we've been keeping up with it fairly accurately. I mean, I think the last release was only a few days ago. Or is it a week ago?
What?
It's coming up on a week ago since last episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's close. It must be close because I'm fairly.
It's
sure.
a weekly show, Dave.
Well, I know, but I can't remember when they air it because it's not on Crunchyroll, so I have to watch it through a outside subscription. So, but yeah, so basically, we've been watching this show, and needless to say, it's definitely been one of those really, really good shows. To the point where Jordan's actually ordered a jacket from it for the cosplay, and obviously so have I. So that should be quite good.
You actually ordered it now, or?
No, mine's getting ordered at the end of the month, buddy. Well, okay. I don't get paid until then.
I guess.
Don't worry, have faith.
No, I mean as in terms of time. I mean, worst case scenario, you'll just have to pay extra for shipping.
How do you mean? What, for faster shipping?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't be an issue. That isn't going to bother me at all. But yeah, so anyway, we're ordering the jackets, and we're going to both be going as you. And who are you going as again? Yuichi. Yuichi. Yeah. However, basically, I don't know if how many of you've watched it, or
probably anyone actually staying here, unless they just don't care.
Yeah. So basically, you explain the last episode because I feel really bad for ruining it because I'm still in a bit of shock.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page, right?
Yeah.
Where he just does that thing.
Yeah, I'll put it bluntly. He stabs his best friend.
As in, are you on about the end, or?
Yeah, at the end.
Oh. What episode did you watch?
10.
At the end. Oh.
Am I missing an episode?
You're missing an episode.
What?
Oh. It's a good thing I didn't start explaining.
Oh, wow, no.
Oh.
No, because I looked. It said there was only 10 episodes.
Nope, I watched episode 11 earlier. Episode 11 was out today.
What? Today? Oh, that's why it's not up yet, because the one I'm using doesn't have it up.
Wow. Stop using shit.
Wow, Wow. Oh dear.
Okay. I want to do something kind of different. What we're going to do is we're going to end here. What you're going to do is you're going to go download that episode, and I'm going to watch it, and you're going to watch it. And we're going to do, and we're going to record us watching it, but not, actually showing it.
So it's going to be like a gay reaction.
It'll be almost like a watch-along. So for those of you still listening, if there are any,
go play the video.
There'll be a separate video. If you have access to the video, we'll tell you when to start, and then you can watch it along with us and hear our reaction. Do you want a link to where you can get it, or?
I think I'm just about to go do it now.
Okay.
This website always tends to lag out my PC, so let's not use that one.
Wow. Well, I'll just send you this. But yeah, so we'll wrap up here, I guess.
Sure.
While we wait.
Sure.
Okay. So thanks for listening / watching, depending on what you do. If you want to come and join us for watching it, even though it's a second time for me. Dave, you have to actually say things as we go, just as a warning.
What,
words? Well, I mean, as we watch it, you have to actually say what you're feeling and shit like that.
Okay, so I'll
be more audible with your viewing experience.
I will be more audible.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for listening. Sorry this is a bit shorter, but I kind of really want to get Dave to actually see this. So
yeah, because is it going to hit my feels?
I don't know about feels, but it'll hit something.
Wow. Is it Ooper? Is it Ooper super duper Uber?
Maybe.
Is it like...
It is really solid.
Oh, wow.
Fun fact at the end, I'm not saying the ending, but in the sort of next episode preview, it's nothing but a still image of someone.
Wow.
Yeah, it's and then the next episode's the last episode of this current season.
Ooh.
And then season 2 is airing, not next season, season after.
Okay.
So, fun fact, our cosplay might actually be relevant still. So, yay.
So we'll actually be cosplaying for a show that didn't just finish after season 1.
Well, maybe,
like
I don't
everything
know.
else
Wait,
we've
July, August... What do you mean everything else?
Toradora, season 1. Infinite Stratos. Infinite Stratos, to be fair, 2 seasons. So.
I know. That's what I mean. I don't remember saying we'll cosplay Toradora.
I wanted to.
Okay.
Just for the wooden sword that can't be wood.
Wow. It can.
Soft wood.
Yeah.
But I don't think it can't be anything but balsa.
I was told pine.
Pine?
On the forums I was told pine and MDF or whatever.
Huh?
That's what I was told on the forums. I would love to get clarification, but I haven't gotten an email back after a few weeks, so...
Well, I'm going to poke Rukia later then, because MDF is not a soft wood, because the rule of the props is it has to break before you do, and trust me, MDF will not break, and pine will definitely not break before... If I smack you in the face with a piece of MDF, you will hurt.
Will my skull break?
Yes.
Okay.
If I hit you hard enough, probably. If they say it's okay, I'm making that sword out of MDF because damn, that will make my life easier.
I know.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's just what I was told on the forums. Apparently,
Huh. I'll have an ask about and see if MDF's acceptable. Then, oh my days, life is.
I just want to know what the strongest one is because I obviously need to make the bow, and that's going to be annoying.
MDF will probably be the stronger one. Well, to be fair, pine's probably going to be stronger because it's a solid grain wood, whereas MDF's like it's a fiber board basically.
Yeah.
So any points you get on it will have a tendency of rounding or breaking off. So if you put any pressure on it, but I mean, if you lay it, MDF's easier to layer and it's fairly simple to glue together or dowel it. Dowling's actually easier, and it's more secure as well because nothing can get knocked off. Luckily, I've got the expertise of a pro woodworker downstairs. So
whoa,
yeah. But anyway, that's all for now. Me and Jordan will probably cover some cosplay tips in August, because I may actually, in those 2 weeks off, come up and say hello at some point, just for a bit of a road trip. Actually, that's a point. Depending on what I'm doing and how much money you have free, how's about we go and stay somewhere where there's a Shuryu and maybe an anime shop?
Dunno. Honestly, I probably won't have much money free. So
no, true, because it's going to be literally right after it. So
yeah.
But anyway, me and Jordan
one day
will we will see you again.
Yep.
Have fun.
Don't forget to have some cheeky Nandos.
Yes. I've got a suggestion, and I'm going to have a word with Mitch about it. I think we should do a group meet of us as friends and have a Halloween anime party.
Wow.
I've been thinking about it for a while, do a Halloween one and do a Christmas special edition where we all turn up.
Special edition. I mean, it would also depend where. Because we're all pretty distant, and especially myself, would be harder.
Yeah, we can get somewhere reasonably local. To all of us, Central would probably be a better option. To be fair, I'll just find a Premier Inn where it's £29 a night or something like that. Or you all just come down to my place and we just have a big party.
Remember how much it costs to get down to your place?
Nope, and I don't want to because I don't pay for it.
Way too much.
Just fly to Exeter. We've already discussed this. It will cost you £30 and I can pick you up.
£30.
It's about that, yeah.
And also getting to the airport.
You have parents.
Yeah, but I still have to pay for fuel.
Fuel is not expensive. Your parents.
It is if I have to travel 2 hours.
True. We'll hash out some details.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening to whatever the fuck this was.
Episode 21 with Dave not watching the correct Wari no Seraph episode and now going to do it. So yeah.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye bye.